I bet.
It's fun.
Oh shit. I bet. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny Finesse. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the video. Welcome back to the reaction. And today we're unboxing the Sony PS5. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 250 subscribers, y'all. We 10 more away. Let's get it. We 10 more away. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing again. Also, today's my birthday. Today's my birthday, y'all. I need y'all in the comment section down below to say happy birthday to me. Say happy birthday, Johnny, in the comments down below. And also, if you didn't hit that like button, hit the like button. It's free. If you haven't, smash it. Smash it, bro. Smash that shit, bro. But with that being said, let's get into it.
It's finally here. This is the PlayStation 5, the PS5. It's been a long time coming. I talked about this thing so much, and then Sony finally got one here. I'm excited, to say the least. Look at the spaceship alien design. It says 8K up there. It says 4K 120 up there. It says HDR up there.
I'm gonna get both.
I mean, if you're into gaming,
but put in the comment section down below which one you're gonna get, the PS5 or the Xbox. You feel me? Which one you're gonna get?
Excited right now. Well, you're gonna have to wait, I don't know, 4 years or something for the next generation. So now's the time to get excited. And we look around the box and see what it says on the back. Lightning speed. Harness the power of a custom CPU and SSD with integrated I/O that rewrite the rules of what a PlayStation console can do. Sounds very exciting. Breathtaking immersion. You see the new controller over here. Play like never before. One thing I like, they said 825 GB up top.
That's a lot of memory.
As far as the storage is concerned. So this is the full scale.
That's like
this is the disc drive. This is the Blu-ray capable version. You see the disc drive right there. But you got to remember, there is a digital only as well, available in what seems to be limited quantities. However, this is the premium model that does it all. Over here on the side, contents include PlayStation 5 console, wireless controller, base, HDMI cable in the box. You got to appreciate it is a special HDMI cable to support that 4K 120 as well. AC power cord, USB cable, and your printed materials. Also, Astro's Playroom, which is kind of like a pre-installed demo, showcases some of the features of the system. So all right, I believe I have a sticker to cut. Do I have a knife anywhere nearby? Kirk is looking around frantically. He's pacing, and yes, we do. In fact, we have the official Unbox Therapy unboxing knife available on Amazon. All right, bang. Now, this is a big box. This is a big console. I have a PlayStation 4 Pro actually over here to compare it to.
I've never had a PlayStation 4.
So we can get a sense for scale, but it's big for all the right reasons.
By the time I wanted to buy a PS4, bro. By the time I wanted to buy a PS4, like, you already got the announcement that the PS5 coming out. So I was like, I'm not about to waste my bread on the PS4 when I can get the PS5. You feel me? It's all about saving your bread, making the right choices.
We have a very smart fan on the inside, which is actually capable of making adjustments to align with whatever game that you're playing. I mean, there's all kinds of intelligent stuff happening in here, so that's what you get in exchange for scale. Now, you can stand this thing up. You can lay it down flat. I'm sure at this point you've seen the teardown video. Ooh. All right, so I think they expect you to have this tipped up, but I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to actually put it back down because I don't mind if these things fall out. I need them anyways.
Like, it's gonna
First
come out
is the
anyway,
paperwork.
Bro.
Then we have
it's
our
on the table.
Pretty standard 2-prong power cable. I don't think there's any kind of need for an external power brick on this one. This is the controller. My first time hands-on with the official PlayStation 5 controller. Would you look at that?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. The PS5 got it with the controllers this year. PS5 got it. That shit is just too fire.
I gotta say straight away, I appreciate this white color. I know you think this is bizarre. You say, Lou, that's just the color white. But it's not.
It's not.
It has a little grayishness to it. It's kind of like a dirty white. And I like that. I had a car that was almost exactly this color at one point. And you want to get crazy with the attention to detail. And I don't know if Mo can show you this or not. But if we get in there, if we can get tight enough, then what you will see on the grips is the actual XO triangle and Y square. Why do I see a Y there? It's a X that doesn't show up as well. Anyways, that's a nice little attention to detail. They worked a lot on this controller, so you have this haptic, this sort of wild haptic feedback with an increased dimension to it. The speaker unit is still there. Your touchpad is still there. The shape of it is a little different. Very comfortable, though. That's the old controller, PS4. So it got bigger. Controller got a little bit bigger, and it sort of looks more futuristic. I guess that's up to you to decide. To me, it's more futuristic. Trigger buttons. One thing that's going to take a second to get used to is not having the color-coded square, triangle, X, circle buttons over here. That's going to take a little bit to get used to. I think these have some sort of a backlight on them. Of course, you have your connection point down on the bottom as well for your headset. It looks like there's a dedicated mute button over there as well. It's a USB Type-C. Finally! My goodness gracious, I was so done with the micro stuff.
I said iPhone.
On the current generation console
MacBook charger,
with the flimsy cables and the flimsy connection. And you would never want to use it wired because the thing was always... I mean, I don't need to tell you. We're done with micro USB, and I'm glad to see that's the case here with the PlayStation 5 and the next-gen consoles in general. So that's the controller. I'll put it down for a moment. Let's get to the main attraction here. Oh, not quite main attraction level yet. First, we have a couple more components to look at. So over here is our HDMI cable. And as mentioned, got to be a high-speed HDMI cable to support all that throughput for 4K 120 or 8K, as they say. I mean, 8K, who's got an 8K TV right now? Not many people. If you did, you probably wanted a high frame rate anyways. 4K is kind of a must for next gen. I think a lot of people are going to be in the market for a new TV. These consoles help to push forward those new TV sales. Anyway, this is the cable you're going to need. Then we have the stand. Now the stand is quite interesting the way they did it. It will allow you to stand up, obviously, your PlayStation 5 to save a little bit of space, even though I think the thing's going to be a little bit tall based on what I've seen to this point. This can also be used to change the orientation, so you could have it laying down as well. So a couple different options for you there. Now, I saw the teardown video, and they were able to store the components in here, and it's just beautifully engineered and designed. Go watch the teardown, in which the actual designer or engineer of the product explains the thinking behind it. It's a very therapeutic experience, not unlike Unbox Therapy. I mean, the guy's got a table. I found it very inspiring, in fact. Anyways, here is the console. It's time for next generation gaming. Man, I covered this so much on Lou Later. I talked about all the developments and leaks, and we talked about games, and we talked about exclusives, and we talked about everything. But now we have the console, and it's hidden below this this tiny little sheet here. We're moments away. We're seconds away. I feel like I'm doing a presentation. I mean, people have seen what it looks like. It's not but it is. This is a special Unbox Therapy presentation. Here we go. Ooh. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the PlayStation 5.
Pro?
It's tall. That is a statement. Nobody that comes over to your house is going to miss the fact that you have the latest game console. That is for certain. Once again, this might be my favorite white I have ever seen. This is like it has a subtle gray tone to it. A subtle kind of, almost like as if you were doing a mock-up. Well, Mo, you just saw, I got a car in almost the exact same color with black and white. Stormtrooper vibes. Now, when you do a white color, I have one pet peeve that happens sometimes if it ever ventures into the yellowish tone. That ain't my ideal white color. When it goes into the cooler tones and almost has like a bluish undertone or a grayish undertone, then I like it. So anyways, that's just my opinion on the color. All right, let's look around the outside of the device. Over here, you see two USB Type-A ports on the back of the unit. We have a dedicated LAN port. This is that ever important HDMI port for that 4K 120. And this is where your power cable connects. So the power brick, obviously, integrated into the design of the unit. You're just going to need one simple cable and the console itself. We have the PlayStation logo up in the top left corner there.
That logo.
And then the
nice
front of the device is going to bring one more
light up.
USB Type A port, a little lightning bolt to indicate you can charge from it. You also have, of course, a USB Type C
Can
port.
I charge my phone on
That's some faster throughput, I believe.
Can.
And then we have a couple of buttons down below for eject and power, and then the disk drive capable of Bluetooth. If this were the digital only version, then this wouldn't be there, and you would actually have a completely symmetrical design down the front. Now, the other thing that I learned from the teardown video, storage on here expandable through an internal slot for a larger SSD. All right, so this is what it looks like standing up. Now, if I did put it on a stand,
how would you do it?
It would do what? It would go how? Do I have to read the thing for that? This looks like it's too far up. Is it supposed to click?
Yeah, you gotta read the instructions, my friend. Don't want to break.
Oh, by the way, this is huge, but it might not be as heavy as you expect. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Look at the one-handed.
It's probably as heavy as an HP laptop.
Oh. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Horizontal position, vertical position. Make sure the hook is in the position illustrated. The hook. So this one slides around to there, and then this springy section goes down, and then we place the PlayStation like this. And then that, look at the way the hooks, look at the engineering. The hooks bite into the PlayStation itself. Oh, okay. So this is what's cool about this. If you see how I spun it around, it exposed the little screw. This is the little screw from the teardown video. Magic. They designed it into the base. Now, if I was going to mount it permanently in the vertical position, this would poke up through here, and then I would remove this little nub on the bottom and screw into there with this flat head, and then it would be sort of permanently in the vertical position. I'm not going to do that right now because I also want to show you sort of how the horizontal position works. But anyway, just to give you a better look, this is what the vertical positioning looks like. So whether or not this saves space for you, or maybe it's harder to have it in this position, at least you have the option of more than one. Yeah, now in the horizontal setup, you actually have the hook over there. And then I have the PlayStation like this. And I hook this guy like this, and then those little nubs come into play. And of course, this is because you have the curved side to it, right? So it's not going to sit flat very easily, and so you have it like that, and you got a nice little flat setup to it. Now, the other benefit having the stand, it just creates a little bit of space. So when it comes to cooling, which was such a big part of the design of this particular device, you're just you got a little bit more space around the unit to dissipate heat. So there may be some function within the form. A lot of people having questions around why they go for this shape. Well, maybe there's more to the story when it comes to cooling and so forth. So anyway, that's the laydown version. It obviously looks cooler in the upright stance, but it's cool that it can do both. People want to know that it can do both. I just realized on the inside of this panel over here, we have the same pattern following through from the grip portion of the controller, where you can see the squares, individual little squares, triangles, X's, and circles. It's just a nice little touch for those that are looking. It's a nice little attention to detail. All right, so let's do a quick comparison. I told you I have a PS4 Pro over here. Now, this is a big PlayStation 4 because it is the Pro model. This was 4K capable as well, as you're aware. But still, the new PlayStation sort of dwarfs it. Now, maybe it's not quite as deep as this model right here. Yeah, the PS4 Pro is a little bit deeper, but otherwise, thickness and height, goes to the PlayStation 5 quite easily. So if you were curious about scale, that's a quick comparison for you versus the previous generation. It's a total departure style-wise. They have been fairly boxy, I guess, on the recent models. The original PlayStation 3 had curves to it. This is a different approach. It's less of a hump. I mean, this is kind of your alien, your futuristic alien object. It's almost like a statue or a sculpting. It's unique in its shape. It's not the obvious approach. It's definitely not the most minimal approach. There's some imagination in here. Some are going to appreciate that more than others. Some are going to say, I wish I just had a box. Well, that's not what this is. And I have appreciation for both the minimal and the obvious, but I've also got appreciation for the ambitious and the imaginative. And that's sort of where this one lands for me, is in that area. They definitely did not play it safe with this alien life form.
That should look great. But comment down below, are you getting the PS4 on the first day or not? But with that being said, if you obviously made it to the end of the video, you obviously liked the video, so you obviously should subscribe. We're on the road to 250 subscribers, y'all. We need 10 more. We need 10 more. Make sure you smash the bell notification too, so you don't miss a thing again. We upload almost every day. Technically every day. This whole month I've been posting every day. I only miss like one day. Really. And if you haven't liked the video,